Hello and a very warm welcome. This is the big Bengaluru Townhall. I'm Rahul Kamal. We're in the capital of Karnataka after the Election Commission has announced the date of elections. May 12th is when the lovely people of Karnataka will decide whether they want the Congress, the BJP or the Janata Dal Secular in power. We've got some very concerned, anxious citizens of Bengaluru joining us in this Bengaluru Town Hall. They've got lots of questions. They've come armed, taking their questions on our Town Hall today. I want to introduce first from the ruling Congress party, Nasir Hussain, newly elected to the Rajya Sabha. Squaring off against him on the right is Vaman Acharya. He's a spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Square in the center, which also shows where they stand politically just at this moment, wondering whether to go left or right, is Tanveer Ahmed, spokesperson of the Janata Dal Secular. Welcome to all our guests and thank you so much for joining us in this Bengaluru Town Hall. The one sense that I picked in the conversation I was having with all the guests who've come here is that citizens feel a disconnect with the political narrative as it's shaping so far. We talk of Lingayats being given the status of a separate religion. We talk of polarization, communal clashes. Is there a disconnect between the citizenry and the netas? This could get a lot worse. Before we take questions from our audience and get the netas to answer them, I want to show you what happened on the political battlefield today, where we had BJP President Amit Shah in Mysore, where the Janata Dal Secular also is quite strong. He was at an event where he was heckled by some Dalit activists. This because of what Anand Hegde from the BJP said about Dalits and altering the constitution. The Dalits barged in. Amit Shah, of course, completely distanced himself from what the minister had said, saying that's not the view of the party. Here's what happened.
High drama at BJP President Amit Shah's meet in Karnataka. Amit Shah heckled by Dalit activists in Mysore. It all began normally with the BJP chief addressing a meeting with Dalit leaders and activists in Mysore. Shah then went on to reject comments made by Union Minister Anand Hegde, who had in January referred to Dalits as dogs.
श्री अनंत कुमार हेगड़े के बयान मैं स्पष्ट कर देना चाहता हूं कि श्री अनंत कुमार हेगड़े के बयान के साथ भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपने आप को संबंध नहीं करती है।
That's when all hell broke loose. As soon as Shah's translator Anand Kumar stopped speaking, the crowd erupted. The BJP chief asked the audience to calm down. But as an activist tried to ask Amit Shah to sack Minister Anand Hegde, he was allegedly stopped from speaking. All attempts by Amit Shah and his men on stage to calm the crowd were unsuccessful. In the end, the protester who had questioned Amit Shah was dragged out of the hall. The bone of contention for this drama, this comment made by Minister of State Anand Hegde in January this year.
ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಹಠವಾದಿಗಳು ಯಾವುದೋ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾಯಿಗಳು ಕೂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳು ನಾವಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳಿ ಹಠವಾದಿಗಳು ಯಾವುದೋ ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ನಾಯಿಗಳು ಕೂಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳು ನಾವಲ್ಲ.
With less than 50 days to go for Karnataka elections, this drama at a public meet is a huge embarrassment for the BJP.
The heckling that happened at Mysore was planned. It was It was planned by Congress. They had sent some 4 or 5 people into the hall.
They have a right to do so, because how can the BJP have a person still being the minister who thinks that the SCs and the STs are like dogs?
As the BJP looks to consolidate its base in Karnataka and woo the Dalits, the opposition has just been given fresh ammunition to hit out at the BJP.
We don't support anybody getting heckled, but people of Karnataka are definitely going to ask very tough questions to Amit Shah.
Temperatures have already peaked in the war for Karnataka, and as the BJP puts Mission Karnataka in full throttle, expect this to be the hottest election season in recent times. Bureau Report, India Today.
So we hear the Netas speak all the time. What we'll try and do on this India Today Bengaluru Townhall is give an opportunity to the citizens to make their voice heard. I want to start by one of the activists here. They ran a campaign against a big steel flyover. They won, and now they've got a full manifesto on what they'd like to see the Netas do. How much of a disconnect do you see between this manifesto that you've brought? What is CFB? What does CFB stand for?
CFB stands for Citizens for Bengaluru.
Okay.
And that manifesto is called Bengaluru Beku.
So how much of a difference is there between the issues you've got in this manifesto and from what we've heard from these three parties?
There's a huge difference. And in fact, it's an entire language problem in this election. But it's not the language that you might think of. It's the language of vote banks and caste and religion and region, and the language of water, pollution, rule of law. This is the language that we want to speak. We want to speak better living conditions. We want to see the political parties come up with ideas of how they will decongest Bengaluru by growing other cities in Karnataka. So far we have not heard anything like that. We want to see what their plan is to make Bengaluru a more livable city, because today, to come to this program, people have spent hours in the traffic, and you were talking about it before this too. We are notorious for traffic, while we are world leaders, one of the world's most dynamic cities in software.
Excellent.
We are also in this
I think
situation.
this debate could not have been set up better. And I want to go across to Nasir Hussain first. As the man representing the party that governs us in Karnataka at this time, there's a disconnect. He's speaking a different language. Pollution, traffic congestion, decongesting cities. You're telling me whether you'll make Lingayats a separate religion or not. Our citizens here don't seem to care very much about that.
Rahul, we in the Indian National Congress would also like the people and the political parties during the elections, before the election and after the elections to speak on development, to speak about the issues.
No, don't give me a Neta-like response. He's asked a straight question. He's saying you're not speaking my language.
Rahul, you have to listen to me first. You have to listen to me. So we want that. We don't want these issues to be discussed during the elections. We want people's manifestos to be discussed during the election. That is exactly the reason why this time we have a manifesto committee where we have held public consultations. I think this is for the first time happening in Karnataka state. We have gone all around the state. Even in Bengaluru, we had different consultations. We wanted the people of the city from Bengaluru, because we know we were not in BBMP for 10, 12, 13, 14, I don't know how many years we were not there. We got into BBMP only about 2 years or 2.5 years back. Since then, we have been trying, we have tried our best to do whatever we can do, we could do in the last 2.5 years. You cannot decongest this city. You cannot do away with all the problems in 2.5 years, or maybe in 5 years, because this has been, this is something which has been
Acharya, why is the BJP talking a language that doesn't resonate with voters here? They're saying talk about pollution, talk about decongestion, talk about traffic, not about communal clashes.
BJP is talking the language that he has put up.
To whom? Where?
No, he asked, no. We are talking his language. In last 1 month, there have been many rallies to involve people and say what their problems are. We have called it as Bengaluru Rakshisi, Save Bengaluru rallies, where people will come out and say what are their problems. We know that last rainy season, the potholes in Bangalore were so worst. In one day, 9 people died because of rain Can you believe this in Bangalore?
Okay, you're saying you're doing a lot, you're trying to save Bangalore. The citizens here don't seem to be quite convinced. I want to take the next question.
I'm Muralidhar Rao from Bangalore Apartments Federation. Now, more and more of the citizens are today living in apartment complexes. As it is, there is an estimate that almost about 25% of the citizens are living in apartment complexes. And for all of that, I mean, there is a kind of a belief that, you know, that the people living in apartment complexes won't participate in elections and things like that. And because of which we are being largely discriminated against. You know, the water tariff that we are being charged is about 3 times that is charged for the regular houses. And then we have had, you know, even where we have sewage treatment plants, we have our sewage connections to the BWSSB sewerage lines. We have been asked to set up STPs, which we have fought against.
These are good points.
Now, no, more than that, you know, today's paper itself carries this. You know, be prepared to deal with power cuts.
Okay, just show that to us. Just show it. Just try and zoom in for a moment, please. You know, summer's not here. Power cuts have started. And what conversation have you heard around electricity or power so far? Have you heard anything on the campaign trail? Have you heard anything at all on the campaign trail on what is going to be done about power?
Let Nasir Hussain exactly, respond. Rahul. I mean, Bangalore is supposed to be the tech capital of the country. And there are cities in the country, including your Delhi, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Surat, etc., where the private sector is providing 100% reliable power city, whereas we are totally dependent on gensets. We want a genset Mukt Bengaluru.
Absolutely. Let the Congress representative Nasir Hussain respond. Why should there be so many gensets adding to the levels of pollution?
See, I completely agree with you. Bangalore being the tech city, Bangalore being the Silicon Valley.
No, but there's no tech city if you don't have electricity.
Yeah, but there is electricity. It's fully now that there's a scale. Yeah, but I always, whenever this question is put up to me, I always try to analyze this way. See, you will have to understand what this government has done in the past 4.5, 5 years and what the previous government has done. You have to always have a comparative analysis, whether this government has fared much better than what they had done earlier or not. Because I simply believe, because
okay, let's just do a quick show of hands. Let's do a quick show of hands. Do you think life in Bengaluru and across Karnataka is getting better, has gotten better over the last 5 years? How many people think so? Put up your hands. How many people think so? You think life is getting, one second. How many people think life here is getting worse? In one of the most beautiful cities in our country, in one of the most livable cities in our country, everyone sitting here, Nasir Hussain, and this doesn't speak well for your party and your government. These are not BJP spokespersons or voters. They're not even JDS voters. These are Bangaloreans. They're not happy with what you're doing.
See the data, what I was speaking about data. The data shows that we are not just discussing
data doesn't
we are not just we are not just discussing Bengaluru. We are discussing the entire Karnataka.
Sure.
How this government have fared in the entire Karnataka. It is not just about Bengaluru. As I mentioned earlier, see, most of the things which these people, except electricity, most of the things which are being raised here or which would be raised here are being dealt by BBMP. BBMP was not with us for last.
No, BBMP is there with them only for the last 5 years.
Please allow me to speak. Please allow me to speak.
Well, this sounds like a topi transfer answer.
No, topi transfer.
Instead of my topi, you give it to somebody else.
See, that is the fact. That is the fact. Say about 1.5 decades, it was there with the BJP.
Okay,
it was
let's
not
take
there
the
with
next question.
That is the reality.
The lady there has a question for you.
Okay, I think we
just someone ask something to the JDS also, otherwise they'll feel marginalized in this program.
Absolutely. So
actually,
I think
can I just come in before we go any further? Actually, it is a problem with us that people do have a perception that we are a rural party, but a lot of activists who are sitting here really knows that it was only our party which was against steel flyover bridge. I think it was our party which yes.
No.
One second. No. I might be no. I can't come as an individual without my party's approval. One second, sir. Vamanacharya, under Vamanacharya's government, Bangalore was garbage city. Under them, it has become a Gunda city. Fine. We used to be a garden
What
city.
will you make it?
See, see, I'll tell you one thing.
Don't say garden city because all the gardens have been encroached upon. The lake beds have been encroached upon.
As a small regional party who ruled Karnataka for 23 years, please touch your heart and say, who started IT culture here in Bengaluru?
Oh.
Who's the one who... Come on, Vamanacharya, in that case, Narendra Modi did nothing. Narendra Modi did nothing.
No.
Narendra Modi did nothing in that case.
One second.
In that case, Modi has failed as a Prime Minister.
And I can't
Modi has failed as a Prime Minister.
This is not Parliament.
No.
1 second.
No, Modi has failed as a Prime Minister. He has not given jobs. The only thing Modi is worried about, is Gauhatya. The only thing Modi is worried about is Ram Mandir.
Okay, 1 second. Peace.
You can't really accuse that we have done nothing.
Tanveer Ahmed, this is not Parliament.
No, 1 second, Rahul. I am saying what is our contribution to Bangalore. People who are sitting here needs to know.
Okay, 1 second. You can't
write
shout
off a
like this.
regional
Okay,
party
1
like
second.
this.
Tanveer Ahmed, I'll blank out your mic like this. 1 second. You all are guests. 1 second.
So why not? Why not?
Okay, 1 second, sir.
I can't really go by what you're saying.
Peace. I know temperatures are running high and there's anger as well. But let's do this in a civilized way. Bangalore is one of our most civilized cities. Let's ensure it stays like that. All right? Just 1 second. Let's take the next question. That lady there.
I represent the, not the real vote bank of this state perhaps, but definitely the voice bank. Apart from roti, kapta, makan, I think we also need peaceful sleep in the night. I want to be fairly understood what the AAP's prerogative is on this issue. We'd like to understand from the three spokespersons. What is your take on the illegal commercialization of residential area? A. 2. In Indranagar, the locality we live in, right, we have over 80 pubs and bars abutting residences. And this is not just a problem that's confined to Indranagar, but largely the other parts of city as well. So I'd like to understand, A, illegal commercialization of residential area, B, pubs and bars abutting residences.
Okay. Let Vaman Acharya respond to that first.
BJP has not been in governance for last 5 years. Definitely these issues I understand that these are very serious issues. Especially the roads which are hardly 30 feet wide.
No, so I know these are serious issues. Tell us, what will you do about it?
No, when we are voted to power, immediately we will
sound very doubtful.
Naturally, see, this is democracy. I have to believe people. I can't say that, no, I will win. I trust people sitting here, and I say that if I am elected, definitely these issues, concerns, which you have shown, that no commercial activity to be allowed in roads which are not marked for it. Yes, 100 feet road, some roads are to be marked. Second is no honking, because honking is one of the horrible things. You can't keep your windows open even at night time because of lot of honking. Third is about commercial constructions going on. All these issues, we know that it's creating hell lot of problem. I was chairman of the Karnataka State Pollution Control Board. We started these activities, but they have not progressed because the modern governments are not understanding the need of...
Because your government got so mired and bogged down by corruption charges that you weren't able to do your job properly.
No, I came only at the fag end of the...
No, but you still represent the party. You may have come at the fag end. Let's take the next question.
Yeah, I have a question for all three of you. Actually, two questions. One is, 50% of those that are going to come and vote for you, maybe, will be women, right? And yet we have 5 women in the State Assembly of the 225. Will you be giving 50% tickets for women? Question for BJP, question for JDS, question for Congress.
So let Nasir Hussain
that's number
respond
one.
to that first.
Number one. Number two, I'm not sure we want to elect any of you. Now, so if we elect you to opposition, what will you do? Because right now, you're useless as opposition. You're useless as government, useless as opposition. So we elect you as opposition. First of all, do you know what to do?
Actually, these are
then we elect
questions.
you to government.
I will answer these questions.
How can it be a good question?
No, I will start.
There are three parties.
The level of frustration.
There are three parties. See, I'll tell you one thing. The frustration has to be channelized. You come out with a solution. You can't really say that BJP is useless, Congress is useless, and JDS is useless. This is definitely, you have to channelize. You can't really say this question out of frustration. Frustration will take you nowhere because it has taken you nowhere.
Yes,
No, but that's also rising because the people who
Please ask your concern. You asked about women, 50%. No, it is not possible from our party. We are not going to give 50%. Let me be very straight and honest. We would try to accommodate as many women as possible in our party. I think right now we are giving it to 27 women. Apart from the women where the reserved seats, we are giving to 27 extra women.
Okay,
that is what we are doing.
Next question.
You can't. Yes, please.
Yes.
I think that was a good question asked by the
No, and the Janta will decide whether a question is good or not. The Netas won't decide whether the question is good.
The good question is,
thinks the vote question is good,
the normal citizens of Bangalore are stuck between the devil and the deep blue sea. Whether it's the BJP, whether it's the Congress, or today now the game changer or the spoil sport, the Aam Aadmi party that has come up. I've been in Bangalore for the last 35 years, and for the last 35 years, the city of Bangalore has gone to dogs. Now, be it most part of the last few years have been with Congress, but where is Bangalore today? It's going from bad to worse. So whether it's Congress that comes into power or whether it's BJP, will it be possible for any of the three panelists to confirm what have you done from the last manifesto that you promised before we can actually come back and discuss what you're going to promise us for the future? Okay. And that is a better living, like most of the audience here have asked questions.
Okay. Come back. Let Nasir Hussain respond.
See, I'll start from the earlier question that was put up to us. See, I think there are two ways. See, right away, if you say whether the Congress or some, I don't know, I don't want to speak for other parties, whether Congress will give 50% seats for women, I think it's a little difficult. Congress as a political party has been asking for this 33.5% reservation in the parliament. We have given many memorandums, we wanted a debate on that, so on and so forth. But even if we want to give 50% of the seats for the women, I think we won't be able to find out. I'm telling you the reality. I'm telling you what the facts. We won't be able to find that many women.
Because you haven't given those many.
That's what I'm telling. That's why I'm coming to that point. Because unless we groom women in the organization, in whatever number.
Rahul, shall I
even in the organization, see, even in the organization, let me finish. See, even in the organization, there are many young women who are coming up, who are asking for tickets. I think many of those young women who have been active for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and who have chosen who have chosen constancy, created a constancy. I think they'll get.
We need opportunity. We do not need grooming. We need opportunity, and that's something that all women, all girl children need. Opportunity to just
ma'am, you are just one second. Ma'am, you are
not 50% because we are not ready. You've not got us in there. You've not given us a chance to get in there.
Hold on. See, for an electoral battle, you need people those are trained and prepared for that. You just can't go and say, no, just wait. See, in a political organization, see, I reached here, I was made a Rajya Sabha member because I have been working in the party for the past 20-25 years. I have been trained to be here. Now that is valid for you also. No. You have, see, that is how it, that is the process. That is the process, ma'am. That is the process. No. It is.
No, one second.
That is what you're not understanding.
Now say this.
That is what you're not understanding.
You have already put a wall here in between us, the citizens, and politics. You're telling us that we cannot break that wall.
I'm not telling that.
You are telling us that. You are telling us that we citizens have no right to be on the other side of the wall because we are not groomed.
Don't put your words in my mouth. Don't put your words in my mouth.
That's exactly what you're telling us.
You listen to me. Don't put your words in my mouth.
Rahul.
See, what did I say? Just hold on. Let me finish.
Give me a minute.
You can't fight with citizens. Fight with the BJP and the... What are you doing, sir? You'll get your party into trouble.
I'll tell you. Question, sir.
I'll tell you.
How much was Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, your party president, groomed before she was made the party president?
Excellent question.
She was.
Rahul.
She was the part of the political
Some
process.
experiments were done in Bengaluru Mahanagar Palike, I'll tell you. 50% of the seats were reserved for women, and today number of corporators in Bengaluru Mahanagar Palike is 62%.
No, but
women
Nasir
can
Hussain-
grow.
So that's what
Women
I'm
can
saying. Why
do
don't you
better.
pass the 33.5%?
Women can do better.
Why don't
They
you
have
pass the
performed well.
33.5% in
Sir,
parliament?
they can
Why
do
are you
better.
bringing up that bill?
So, Mr. Vamnacharya,
Why are you not
Mr.
passing that bill?
Mr.
Why are you not coming
Vamnacharya,
up with
Give
the bill?
women a chance. They can do
thank-
better.
Why are you
thank
not
you so
coming up
much.
with the
Arey, Netaji, one second. Listen to the citizen. Listen to the
Thank
citizen.
you so much for grooming some women corporators in the BBMP,
We
but
have
they
not
are
done
not the
that.
real corporators.
We have
Every
not
time we
done.
go to the corporator, madam will say, sir will come. And that is what we are doing.
Shame.
What you are doing
Big
is
shame.
you are still giving tickets to men in the guise of giving tickets to women. This is the truth. This is what you are doing. And you are ruining an opportunity to groom. As this man says, the opportunity to groom, if at all you are interested, is in the
starts from
council, is in the
opportunities.
corporation. And
Give
what are
them
you
an
doing?
opportunity.
You are giving tickets
Next
to the
time
men.
they will do well.
Okay, what I'll do is this. I really love the audience that we have here in Bengaluru. Each time I come to Bengaluru, I find some of the questions the most perceptive, and your disillusionment is equal with all three parties, and that also is fabulous because that puts all parties in an equal bind. What we'll do right now, with all your permissions, is take a very quick break. We'll take a break. We'll come back with part 2 of the big Bengaluru Town Hall. This is really what democracy is about. Democracy at work. Janta questioning the netas, all netas sweating profusely because that's the way we want to make our netas work. We'll take a break. We'll return to Bengaluru on the other side. Stay with us. Come back. You're watching the big Bengaluru Town Hall. We've got representatives of the Congress, the JDS and the BJP, and we've got some very, very perceptive and concerned citizens asking them some really tough questions. I want to show you what happened on the election battlefield today. RSS Supremo Mohan Bhagwat came out, attacked the Congress for trying to divide society on religious lines, saying instead of trying to bring society together, the Congress government of Siddaramaiah is actually working on festering divisions for vote bank politics. Here's the story.
The countdown has begun for Karnataka. 43 days to go for polls. With temperatures soaring steadily, courtesy resident arch-rivals Siddaramaiah and Yediyurappa. And the political fires helpfully fanned by the two mega outsiders, Amit Shah and Rahul Gandhi. The stage is set for Karnataka's fiercest election in living memory. But with a viciously galvanized Congress defending its incumbency in a state that hasn't delivered the same party back to power since 1985, the BJP has decided to shift into top gear. The Saffron Party doesn't want to dismiss the unusual energy on display by a Congress that has for years showed little stomach for a fight. And so the Saffron Parivar today unleashed what appeared to be a coordinated triple-barreled attack, starting with the BJP chief himself in Mysore.
कर्नाटक में सिद्धरामैया सरकार बनने के बाद जिस प्रकार से एक के बाद एक भारतीय जनता पार्टी और राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ के कार्यकर्ताओं की हत्या का सिलसिला चला है, मैं इसकी घोर निंदा करता हूं।
Mocking Rahul Gandhi's Kaurava Pandava attack, the RSS chief jumped in too, flaming the Siddaramaiah government for dividing Hindus with the Lingayat card.
रिलीजन इस शब्द को लेकर और एक ही धर्म मानने वाले हम सब लोग अब संप्रदाय में भी बट रहे हैं और बांटने वाले तो तैयार बैठे हैं क्योंकि उनको उनका आसुरी धर्म निभाना है।
And saving their big Brahmastra for last, the BJP's final master plan for Karnataka will of course involve Prime Minister Modi. India Today has accessed the 4-point plan that will climax with Modi's entry into the state.
BJP's Mission Karnataka. 50-member team has been formed by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Amit Shah, the strategist at work, and 50-member team has been formed by Amit Shah. Now, ministers, central ministers have been divided into teams for 6 zones. So entire Karnataka has been divided into 6 zones and ministers have been given charge of those teams.
The BJP hopes this triple whammy will pave the way for an easy win in Karnataka. But this mega semi-final is still very much on. And a high-energy Congress party is in no mood to cede ground just yet. Bureau Report, India Today.
All right, let's take some questions. The gentleman in the right corner on the front seat.
I am BNS Reddy here, and my question is to Nasir Hussain. Divide and rule was a policy adopted by the Britishers to rule India for centuries. The Congress adopted the same policy and ruled India for almost 60 years. And now you did not learn a lesson. You divided Andhra and made it into 2 states. You had 42 MPs. Elections came, you got 0 seats. Not one MLA was elected from Andhra Pradesh. Today, when it comes to Karnataka, you are adopting the same divide and rule. You are dividing Hindu religion into 2, Lingayats and Hindus.
Why is this being done? Let Nasir Hussain respond.
And this is going to be the monumental blunder of Congress. And where you are heading, you have 3 states in the country. This you are going to lose because of this monumental blunder.
Okay, let Nasir Hussain respond.
See, 2 things. I understand from where this question is coming and why this is coming, Mr. Reddy. And I hope you will be contesting in the next election.
If you give a ticket, I'll do it.
That is one thing. Second, see, for administrative reasons, see, Andhra was not the first state to be divided or for administrative reasons because of the backwardness of certain regions. Even Bihar and Jharkhand were divided. Uttaranchal. No, just please. That's part of our country, man. See, Uttar Pradesh and Uttaranchal were divided. Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh were divided. We got into power in Uttaranchal. It is not that we didn't get into power. We were in power in Jharkhand also. Maybe we missed out in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. That's fine. And as far as this Lingayat thing is concerned, I as a human being, I believe, I'm a Muslim. If some people from my religion doesn't want to be a part of my religion, or some people think that they want to be a separate group or separate, they want to believe in some separate belief system, they want to adapt something else, I don't think I have a right or anybody else have a right to ask them to be in my religion. I think that is what the Constitution says. That is what the Constitution says. That is one.
BJP...
Second thing, just one thing. Second thing, this is not Congress party's agenda. This has been there for quite some time. Even Yediyurappa, the former Chief Minister of our state, is a signatory to the memorandum.
So that's my question to
that was submitted.
Mr. Hussain, you've spoken.
We are only a post office. We are only forwarded that memorandum. It is up to the Union Home Ministry.
In 2014, you rejected and sent it back.
That was not.
Congress rejected it.
And we also recommended.
In all fairness and in due disclosure, I must just also tell our viewers that Mr. Reddy joined the BJP recently, so that's also a fact. But he is still entitled to that question, and that's totally reasonable. Vaman Acharya, does the BJP find itself in a spot of bother on the issue of Lingayats? Because this is your principal vote bank in the state. And the man you are projecting as Chief Minister once again signed a petition where he too asked for the Lingayats to be given the status of a separate religion. Therefore, now when you attack Siddaramaiah for saying this, it doesn't sound convincing.
Yeah, I do agree that BJP is the only party which has projected Yediyurappa, who belongs to Veerashaiva Lingayat sect. And Congress has played a mischief to take away some portion of the votes from Yediyurappa's support group, and it has played to an extreme end of dividing the religion itself. Yes, during our period also Yediyurappa had signed this, I do agree, but that time it was done for the whole of Lingayat groups, where 80 to 90% of the people had said that we would like to continue in the majority Hindu group only. They wanted only reservations. To that extent it was acceptable. Today it is the question of dividing the religion of Lingayat and Veerashaiva among themselves also.
It is not only about Hindu religion. This demand is there from the religion. This demand is there from the Lingayat.
Mr. Hussain,
the demand is there from the... We are just only forwarded.
One second, I must tell you this. One second.
One second. Mr. Reddy.
Whenever the demand comes, we'll forward it. What is your problem in that? Whenever the demand comes, we'll forward it.
But Mr. Hussain...
Whether it is my government or whether it is BJP, they have to forward it.
Mr. Hussain...
See, you have been an administrator. You have been in the service, you should understand. You should understand.
I think,
Mr. Hussain,
one second.
Just one second. Because whenever there is a demand from the people,
Mr. Hussain,
there are petitions, memorandum, it is the duty of the state government to forward it. We have done that.
One second. You've also received demands on
Code was.
1 second. On pollution in lakes, lakes burning. None of that you're doing anything about. 1 month before the election, on the Lingayat issue, what are you doing? The lakes are as polluted as they were. The roads are as congested as they were.
Rahul, who has removed the encroachments on the stormwater drains? Who has removed? Which government did have the courage to remove the drains? And when were their encroachments done? Who? Just 1 second, ma'am, 1 second. Who suspended the officials in BBMP?
Okay, let's take the next question. Netaji, 1 second. Next question.
On the lakes?
Next
yes,
question.
we would like to put a word here, sir.
Yes.
So I'm working, I'm a lake activist. I'm working on lakes, ever since I'm born on a lake bed. So I do better understand, what's the status of lakes in Bengaluru.
Please.
So yeah, since 1995, I don't bother which religion, which caste, creed, ethnicity. We don't. In Bengaluru, we don't. It's a multicultural city.
Ask your question, sir.
And we would like to stay likewise, and it's going to stay likewise. Here, all does matter is livability. Article 21 says, so we need to be, ensure that clean.
So what's your question?
Clean water, clean food, shelter. We're not getting that, sir.
Yeah.
Since 1995, there are 2 GOs passed. One, recommendation has been passed
so that
by the NK
since
Patil
1995
committee.
means that means the question is for all 3 of us.
Yes, of course. Yes, I'm
That's
asking
what
for
Nasir Hussain is happy that the blame is being split across 3. Instead of only he having to take the blame is split. This gentleman wants to ask a question and then there. So you asked a very long question. So you are not a neta. Now you have to ask a question. And, no, but you did. 1 second. This is important. He's talking about livability. I think he makes a good point that Bangalore is becoming more and more unlivable. The city that used to be one of the most livable cities in this country, now the traffic is such a nightmare. I asked somebody, would you like to meet some really top pundit here? He said, if you can come home, yes. If you want me to travel, no. No, that's the reality.
Rahul, I'll just come and see. I don't think we can have quick fix solution or stopgap arrangement.
Or do something.
No, just 1 second. See, I think in one of these kind of TV debates, Mr. Siddaramaiah was asked this question. I think he gave a very beautiful answer. See, you are just speaking about Bengaluru. We have also done lots of work in the rural areas. The other way of looking at this problem is, unless you arrest migration from rural to Bengaluru or rural to urban areas, I think it will be very difficult to fix this solution. This should have a long-term solution for this, in which I think the citizens who have been very active, we have been consulting them, we have been taking their suggestions also, and I promise, we have been doing, because as I told, just 1 second, because we came in BBMP only about 2.5 years back, we have tried, we have taken your suggestions. I think if we come back, and I'm sure we'll come back.
Next question. Okay, next question, please.
Yes. My question is related to the corruption. So Karnataka, right? So in Karnataka, the Siddaramaiah government has. In Karnataka, Siddaramaiah government has stripped off the investigative agency power from the Lokayukta, and it has given it to the dummy ACB institution. So basically, right? So now there are no corruption in the sense there is no proper investigative agency, and Lokayukta has become a dummy board. So my question is for BJP and JDS: if you are coming, if you come to the power in 2000 in this election, are you going to give this investigative power to the Lokayukta? Because Karnataka, right, Justice Venkatachala and Santosh Hegde.
Let Vaman Acharya respond.
Yes.
1 second.
Yes.
Just a yes or no answer.
I'll tell you can't really rule out a small regional party.
You haven't been asked yet. Just 1 second.
We
Vaman Acharya.
will bring back Lokayukta institution and give it full power. I remember.
No, because remember last time Yediyurappa had to step down because of Lokayukta.
Exactly.
Will he do it again?
When Yediyurappa stepped down also. Rahul, I will add one sentence.
We don't have a Lokayukta at the center even now.
Don't shout. Yediyurappa
was Lokayukta in Gujarat for the past 15 years.
Wait, you speak of Karnataka. Elections are in Karnataka. Elections are in Karnataka.
Sir, but who ended the Lokayukta powers here? Don't blame him. You did it.
No, why should I blame him?
You have to take the blame. You can't blame him.
What have they done in Gujarat? Did they have a Lokayukta?
Elections are now in Karnataka. Elections are in Karnataka. Why worry about Gujarat?
Is BJP not ruling at the center? Is Lokpal not the part of the entire system? Did they appoint?
You are shouting and blaming them when the question is being asked of you.
What are you talking? You're not so central government is not the part of our country. Gujarat is not the part of our country. Then what is it?
Exactly 2019.
Rahul, can I answer this question?
Sir, the same question we will ask to Narendra in 2019. This is Karnataka election 2018 and we need answer from you because we have stripped out investigative power from Karnataka government. You are responsible for that.
Who says that?
We had Justice Hegde.
Who says it? Is Lokayukta not investigating?
1 second.
Is Lokayukta not investigating?
Rahul, let me answer this question. Tanvir. This question. Nasir, 1 second. Let me answer this question. That was a very pointed question. 2019, when we are going, 2018, when we are going to come to power, definitely we would remove ACB and we would definitely appoint Lokayukta. One thing. And lot of ministers who are sitting today definitely would go to a place where Yediyurappa had gone and come back. That is definitely going to happen. And this is what I am going to give you an assurance.
They should come back.
Okay,
next question because I'm now running out of time. Yes,
my question is regarding the Karnataka Information Commission. And I had this is a rejoinder to his question. Both the institutions that should bring in transparency are moribund. Karnataka was a leader in terms of RTI and Lokayukta. They had the best laws and it was well implemented. From the last 5 years, it has only gone to dogs. I'm talking about the Information Commission.
Let Nasir Hussain respond.
35,000 RTIs are pending. We filed 150 RTIs for Steel Bridge. Not a single one answered. We filed for the BBMP solid waste management. 150 RTIs, 300 RTIs, there'll be a standard reply call for security
let Nasir Hussain respond.
You are crippling the citizens' rights.
Okay, that's a good question.
Let me again not compare what is happening at the center in Karnataka.
No, don't do that.
I'll only answer for Karnataka. See, it's an independent body. It's an autonomous body. CIC is there. It has to answer for what it has not done. The government of Karnataka is not supposed to go and look into what the RTI is doing and not doing. It doesn't. They have to. If the CIC is there, if they are not doing their job, they have to be held responsible. They have to be held accountable.
Okay. I need to take the next question. Yes.
A couple of questions.
No, one question, please.
Yeah. First, let it be for Mr. Tanvir Ahmed. See, it is the JDS party which plays the regionality card or the Kannadiga card. And Mr. Kumaraswamy always claims to never have hurted the sentiments of Kannadigas. And for this upcoming elections, how come you have made alliance with BSP and letting them into our state? And is this because of BSP, Kumaraswamy is sympathizing on BSP losing its existence in Uttar Pradesh?
Your question is done?
Yes.
Yeah. The very important reason why we are going with BSP is, yes, we want to make the third front stronger. And second thing regarding, the Dalits in this state of Karnataka have been deprived of a lot of things. One, through the fascist forces of BJP and now the corrupt forces of Congress. That's the reason we want to really give a voice, a solid voice to the Dalit. That's the reason the combination
So which side,
of BSP...
Tanvir, are you more likely to swing, left or right?
Sir, we are neither a B party of BJP nor we are a B party of Congress.
See, both
we are
are
A party of Karnataka. We are the A party of Karnataka. We are the A team of Karnataka. We are the A team for...
So I'm told that we're out of time. I see there are lots of hands still up. So basically that means that we have to come back to Bengaluru.
Sir, I don't think it really hurts the sentiments of Karnataka,
So this was a fantastic audience and you had some very, very smart questions. And we really appreciate you joining us. And I feel that, there's some people who haven't got a chance, but we promise to come back. So thank you so much. We try to give as many people an opportunity as possible. And I'm glad you put the Netas in a spot. That's really the way it should be. So big round of applause for our audience, for the kind of questions you asked. Thank you so much. We're in Karnataka just at this moment for the big India Today Karnataka Panchayat. From stalwarts of the ruling Congress to BJP President Amit Shah, Anand Kumar, several leaders will be with us through the day, Saturday the 31st of March at the India Today Karnataka Panchayat. I'll get you a sneak peek when we come back on the other side of a quick break. Stay with us. Through the day, tomorrow, Saturday the 31st of March, you can watch the big India Today Karnataka Panchayat, where stalwarts from the BJP, the Congress and the JDS will tell us what's their vision for Karnataka over the next 5 years. Here's a sneak peek.
The dates have been announced and the battle for Karnataka is well and truly set. 12th of May, the people of the state will vote, and on 15th, the winner will be announced. Who will it be? Will it be this man and his party? Or will the magician and his juggernaut propel this man to power? Whatever may happen when the people of Karnataka cast their vote, India Today is gathering the main characters of the upcoming drama under one roof at one venue, at the India Today South Conclave Karnataka in Bengaluru. On 31st of March, leader of the Indian National Congress in the Lok Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, and senior party leader Veerappa Moily will explain why they think the Congress will retain Karnataka.
हमारे काम पे भरोसा है, विकास हमने जो किया, लोग विकास को वोट देंगे, समाज को डिवाइड करने वाले लोगों को वहाँ लोग वोटर मतदाता तिरस्कार करेंगे.
And Amit Shah, the magician of BJP victories, will give his version of why it is the BJP's turn to govern Karnataka.
भ्रष्टाचार करने में कर्नाटक सरकार पूरे देश में एक नंबर. कर्नाटक हम जरूर जीतेंगे.
आश्वस्त हैं आप पूरी तरीके से? बिल्कुल. A battle of prestige for both the national parties. India Today packs the action, the passion and the drama of the coming elections. Concise and direct in front of a live audience and live on India Today TV. All day 31st March, the Karnataka Conclave. Local elections, national implications.
So we do hope through all the day tomorrow you can watch our continuing coverage of the Karnataka Panchayat. I want to thank all our wonderful guests. It's now late into the evening and hopefully the notorious traffic of Bangalore won't be so bad. You'll be able to get home before midnight. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us. And all the raised hands at the end of the show are really reason enough for us to come back to Bengaluru very soon and do yet another town hall. You've been a fantastic audience. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for making the effort of joining us. We're slipping into a break. We'll have more for you on the other side. Stay with us.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.